Hi everyone, welcome back. Right, this is just my opinion, okay? This is how all of this is coming across, and I know it's coming across a bit weird to other people as well. I'm sure you've all heard a few years ago that people were starting to write letters to themselves if they were hurt or pained in any way, but we never heard bullies writing letters to themselves, did we? So Jameela Jamil, right, went on the Meghan Markle's podcast and said to her that she'd put up with a lot of stick, basically. And I thought, well, I need to do a bit of research, Jamelia, to what you've been up to, because I do know in the past, I didn't get too much into it, but I do know in the past, Jamelia did bully Caroline Flack. And Caroline Flack, one of her good qualities was she did sense when there's toxic people around. And personally, I know how that feels, and it's not very comfortable, to be quite frank. It's a horrible feeling. So I just wanted to do a bit more digging on Jamelia, and I came across this. Now, let me know your thoughts about it. I personally think it's a bit strange and not taking full responsibility to what you've done to people, and in a way you're trying to blame a invisible person living inside of you. It comes across as a admission to how she feels. Her depression is her depression. Her self-image is how she thinks about herself, really. To be fair, along with society as well, because social media and society have put this thing on women that you do have to look a certain way. So you can't really blame her for that. So, I agree with her there. But when it comes to it just seems like she's just admitting that she's been jealous of people, that she's suffered depression, and she's just admitting all the voids bullies in general do actually feel about themselves. But to blame an invisible person living inside you, the inner bully, is rather concerning, because it is just how can we say it? An avoidance of admitting to what you are. I'll just read it out. So if I fall asleep midway, you know why. So I'll try and be quick, guys. Right, dear inner bully, I'm writing to you to tell you that it's over. We are over. The relationship we've had has been the longest one of my life, and we've been through a lot together. I can't do this anymore. It's too painful. It's too abusive. It's making me sick. I want to be 100% clear that it is you and not me. I am not the problem. Do you see here exactly what she's doing? Not taking responsibility to how she's treated other people. The only mistake I made was putting up with you for so long and hiding you from everyone else. I protected you and covered up your bullying because I thought you loved me deep down. You told me you knew me best. You told me nobody else would ever love me. I somehow thought you did and were looking out for me. I became so accustomed to the hum of your negativity that it almost comforted me. I would sometimes actively seek it out. You used that protection and love I gave you to run free with your constant ridicule and hatred. All you ever did was hold me back from the things that would have made me happier than you ever could. You stopped me from talking to boys I fancied because you told me I was too fat and ugly for anyone to want me. You stopped me from going out because you told me I wasn't funny enough or smart enough. You told me I should be afraid of food and told me it was the thing holding me back in my life. And you didn't let me go out for meals with my friends and said it was better to stay home and starve. You told me my cellulite was so disgusting that I should never go to the beach and subject anyone else to it, even though everyone I have ever seen at the beach has it. Well, yeah, that's true. Why I was not allowed Why was I not allowed? Why was I not allowed? You told me I couldn't leave the house without makeup. You told me people would like me less if they thought I wasn't beautiful. You told me I didn't deserve anything I had, and that it was luck that nobody had worked out how worthless I was yet, robbing me of the ability to ever feel proud of myself, or to feel I belonged in the rooms I had worked so hard to be in. You told me my anxiety and depression conditions you were heavily contributing to were my fault and my burden to bear on my own. You told me I was nothing because I didn't finish my A levels. You made me afraid of everything, even myself. You had me think every mistake I made was the end of the world and that I would never be forgiven. You told me my growth had no value. You told me I shouldn't be alive and that I was just a burden on everyone around me. But you were wrong about everything you said. You are nothing. You have achieved nothing. You are the coward who relies on the shadows to prey on a defenceless young woman. You have no purpose. You have no power. You're just a bitter, jealous bowl of dicks, and I want nothing further to do with you. We are done. I've told everyone what you did, and you can't hurt me anymore. Go on. Off you F. I don't need you. What's this object thing in the way? Yours sincerely, Jameela Jamil. Now, let's just quickly, where is it? Now, I'm no expert in anything, but it just seems to me that this is just avoiding taking responsibility to what you are. And it just seems like all of this is just an admittance to how she actually feels and how bullies feel in general. But let me know your thoughts, guys, because for her to be so oblivious to what Meghan Markle has done and the damage she has done to her victims, put yourselves in her victim's shoes just for a minute. Now, these people could have been fine all their lives, and it just takes one toxic narcissist and a nasty bully to destroy someone's mental health. That's all it takes. Now, these people could be struggling with all sorts for the rest of their lives now. So instead of Jameela writing to her inner bully, it would be a good idea if she stopped using sort of avoidance tactics to admit what she's done to other people. And it just, like I said, it just seems like she's trying to project onto this inner bully everything that she is as a person and how she's treated other people as well. And it's really actually quite concerning and quite worrying. But yeah, we did hear a couple of years ago, didn't we, that people are starting to write letters to themselves, but I never heard about a bully doing it. So it just seems more of like a confession, an admittance, but avoiding taking responsibility for yourself. Instead, you're blaming something that's invisible, that lives inside you. That's a bit concerning. So really, as we know, birds of a feather flock together. So let me know your thoughts, guys, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I've never heard of anyone writing to their inner bully before. And from what I can see, how she treated Caroline Flack and other people, it's more of a admission and projection, but she can't project on anyone but herself at this point, like it seems. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.